What is up, everybody? I'm having some technical difficulties with my audio a second, so just give me 1 second. So just let me know in chat if you guys can hear me or not, because my headphones just kind of spazzed out as my countdown was going on. So give me 1 second to kind of touch all that up. There we go. How's that sound?
It's just kind of...
1 second. Lady Durs is assisting me, so just want to make sure it sounds good and everything. Because it cut out as my thing was going, so that was weird. But what's up, everybody? It's been a couple weeks, been 2 weeks. Let me get some beats going, and we'll get to rocking this thing.
Good.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, my headphones sound super weird. 1 second. My audio sounds weird on my end, so I'm just gonna adjust that. Let me try this. Try that. Try that one. Cool. As long as I sound good, that's all that matters. So let me know if that was weird. I don't know. They just like turned off and I had to reset them. But yeah, man, it's been 2 weeks. Haven't been here. Just wanted to kind of take a little bit of load off, grind it up for Heroescon. Wanted a nice mental reset. Didn't want to worry about lives. Didn't want to worry about pushing out too much content. But if you haven't checked, I do have a whole playlist and a whole bunch of Heroescon content that I worked pretty hard on, man. I took a lot of time to make sure I did things right, and it was very, very enjoyable to do. So before we get into anything, before we get to the chat, we're going to do our diligence and do the shout-outs to the homies like we always do. So first, if you don't know, Brian over at the CBC Awards, nominations are now live, and he has a little bit to say. This is an older video, but this will catch you guys up on everything coming up in the future.
Hey YouTube, Brian LCS with a Comic Book Community Awards update. Just wanted to let you know that we are rapidly approaching nominations, which open up on June 15th, and there is the rest of the schedule for this year's awards. So definitely get yourself ready to nominate your favorite channels, and keep an eye on our CBC Awards website and follow us on Instagram for the latest updates. Thanks for all of your support.
Yeah, so like I said, man, make sure, like I said, if my headphones go out at any time, make sure you guys let me know, because they are doing some weird stuff. I think it's time to get new ones or something. I don't know. I've had these for like 2 years, and they've been great. They're great at the con and everything. So 1 second, I'm just going to adjust these one more time just to make sure everything's good. There we go. Like I said, let me know in chat. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, CBC Awards, make sure you guys go follow them on Instagram for anything that you need to know. And a big shout out, because I haven't done my nominations yet. I'm going to do those in a couple days. And Lady Durs, she hasn't done hers all either. But somebody nominated me, so that was cool. I do appreciate you. This year, I am not going to stress about it. I wasn't really stressed about it last year, but I was kind of pushing for myself to be nominated hard and kind of going out of my way with that. But this year, that's not the case, because it's just something extra I have to do. But the thing I'm going to focus on, because I am a committee member, is I want to share it as much as possible and spread the word about the awards as much as possible. Now that Comic Screen Cancer kind of has a little break for a couple months until I think it's October when it kicks off, we can kind of focus on the CBC Awards and get all the nominations and everything. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, just vote for who you want to vote for. I'd appreciate it if you vote for some smaller channels, or maybe somebody that we don't watch as much, or somebody that really would be meaningful to them, because I was a finalist last year. And at the end of the day, that is enough for me. I feel honored. I feel humbled, and I'm cool with that. So like I said, make sure you share. Make sure you share. Make sure you share. So let's get into the chat, and then I got a couple channels I want to highlight, and then we're going to get this baby started. I have a nice little lineup of a whole bunch of things I want to show off and a whole bunch of things I want to talk about. Wise, what is up? My man, he recently moved up into Ohio. He's about an hour and a half from me, so I'm sure we can link up some more, because, man, going to Heroescon, just the biggest thing that sucks about it is leaving. I wish there was more cons. I wish there was more events. I wish there was more opportunities for more community members to meet up, even on a smaller scale, even if it's not as big as Heroescon. But yeah, man, I just want to see my homies some more. Scrucius, what is up, my man? Hopefully you're having a great day. I have the link pinned in the chat. If you want to hop on, just come kick it. It's more of a laid-back stream. We're going to be talking about Heroescon, some new channels, and then the comics coming up. It'll probably be a shorter one as well. Let's see, Lady Durs, appreciate you. She just got off work. That's why I'm going at 3. She had a shorter, different kind of work schedule today. She got off at 2. And if you don't know, still only 35 cents. He's going live at 6 o'clock tonight, and he's doing his whole Heroescon thing. So I was like, you know what? I'll just slide back, and there's no reason to have 2 Heroescon streams going at the same time. So make sure you guys go check him out. Trev, still at work, my man. Super, super, super happy to see you. I know the trip wasn't as planned, but at the end of the day, you made it to the con floor, and I was happy to be your medicine man. So let me, had to go see Trev. Had to
just
hook
got
him
a
up.
shipment of the dopest dope I've ever smoked. Hands down, dopest dope I've ever smoked. Right
Not
here.
better than the Blue Oyster Weed. It can't be. I
My friend,
can't handle better than
this
that.
is like if that Blue Oyster.
You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. And I see everybody in here is talking to each other. Make sure if you guys are mods, drop each other's links, drop each other's stuff like that. Drop anything from Instagram. Feel free to whore yourself out. That's like how I like to see it around here. Cool. Everything sounds good. Scotty, my man. Happy to see you, dude. I'm glad to get back on the groove of things. I've been kind of staying back for the live streams and not really watching too much content the past week, with everything going on. But happy to get back in the groove of things. Oh man, look at this legend. The legend himself. Why am I big?
I got confused. I thought I saw 3 p.m. and I'm like, oh, cool, I got hours. And I'm all, oh, wait, no. Eastern. He's Eastern.
Yeah, dude. I thought like I said, still 35 cents. He's going live at 6. So I was like, why not just slide back? There's no reason to have 2 of us streaming at the same time. It's counterintuitive, if you ask me. So let him do his thing and just hanging out.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
I'm busy cranking things out. Getting content later in the week done. Editing content for later in the week. Trying to think about yesterday's Only Slabs was so ridiculous.
It was wild.
Trying to download pieces of it and see about maybe some kind of supercut video or something.
Oh, 100%.
Problem.
What's nice about StreamYard, if you didn't know, is there's a button you can hotkey, and anytime you want to clip a segment, you can just do it during the live, and you can just press the button and it'll record. It'll clip the last 30 seconds for you.
Interesting.
So it's one of their new features. So that's a way easier way than going onto YouTube and trying to go back and clip it, because I don't like how they're.
Oh no, I don't do it. I wasn't clipping it in YouTube. I was going back in the history on StreamYard to do it.
Oh, okay. But now you can just
they have an AI thing that'll automatically create some clips for you, which I didn't care for personally, so I deleted them. But that you can go in and select them. The problem is that StreamYard, when you're in that tool and it asks you say I want to take a clip, asks you, do you want to do a widescreen or a vertical for phone? I want vertical for phone. It doesn't actually make this chop the segment like the YouTube does. It just condenses so that you have a lot of blank space above and below. Well, that's not what I want. I want to try to crop in, and that means I have to get some other software than the software I currently use.
That's how you see my reels on IG are just me, because I'm screen recording and live and widescreen, and that's why you have to put the clips or whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, I suck.
I do want to take a second. I'm not going to go into details or anything, but massive shout out to Tony, his entire family, you, my brother. You are all in our thoughts and prayers during this time. And I'm here if you need me, man. Like I said, not going to go into details, but him and his family are going through some things right now. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Vlogs, what's up, man? How you doing at work? Much love back to you. Dale, another shout out. Let's see. Oh, thanks, man. No, man, dude, at the end of the day, I'll talk about it. Like I said, things are coming, changes with the channel, and I'll talk about the future. And Heroescon really proved to me what I was doing with my channel and what my goal with what I'm doing with everything is kind of not really a career, but the future of what I want to do with YouTube and everything. We'll explain that later. We'll get into that later. Got to get through all the legends.
Foot fetish?
Yeah, foot fetish. Yeah, because I saw Mark's feet all weekend. That's why.
Okay. That makes sense.
Of course.
Good money in it, apparently.
Nice. Right. Oh, yeah, dude. You sell feet pics on OnlyFans? You are working it up. KBDM, my man. How you doing? Yes, subbing everybody up. Cool. So let's do our thing and share these screens, and starting off with Getting back to it. Getting back to basics. Scotty Too Hotty. He's going live tomorrow, 7:30. He's got Sergio Giovanni. I'm not familiar with him, but you know how you do get familiar with him? You watch his live stream. So he's always got great content on his channel. And if you did miss it, he did go live with John Boy Myers last week. That was phenomenal. And then next, we're going to share one of the pimps of the community, Circumstances. Make sure you guys drop his link in chat if you are a mod. He is at 929, and he is pushing that 1K. So he just dropped his Heroescon. We're all dropping them, and what's great about those Heroescon videos is it's great to see everybody's different perspectives and what they liked and what they were talking about and what they were looking for. So I love seeing that traction with his video, and hopefully that man can hit 1,000. And lastly, one of the new guys, he was at Heroes, but I wasn't able to see him. Brandon over at Mon Comics, a couple other people have talked about him, but Lettuce Comics, and he picked up the Avengers 1. What's that? Is that the first appearance of Captain America Silver Age, right?
No, that's Avengers 4.
No? Okay, Avengers 4. Sorry, he just picked one of those up at Heroescon. Yeah. So big book he picked up, and he's a cool dude, man. He's a smaller guy, and make sure you guys go show him some love.
That was one of last year's acquisitions for me. Was Avengers 4.
Nice.
Along with Avengers 1. It was an expensive year last year.
Oh yeah, I can assume. We got Phil going live at 4, and today is a different episode with K-pop Junkie and Roscoe. I think they're showing off My Pet Roscoe.
Nice.
Canadian survival. Yeah, I think it's finally finished and everything.
Oh, it's not. Know that.
Okay, cool. And then last but not least, if you guys aren't following them, make sure you hit the Instagram link, Comics Stream Cancer. You can pause the video right there and hit that screen share. And then I don't know confirmed numbers. I think it's Rob can set. I don't. It's DJ Links dot Big Shop Cartel, whatever.
Yeah. It's DJ Links dot Big Cartel.com.
Yeah, drop them links.
I can't. Failed to post because for whatever reasons. I'll put it in
either way, I need to do a better job at having these queued up, but I do know there are still some art books available. Miko Sawan, the black and white Sonic covers are available.
Put it in the private chat for you. But
cool.
So there's a limited quantities of that Sonic the Hedgehog 69, the Miko Sawan limited variant, and then there's also a limited number of the art books. The art books, we have also some that are signed by Austin LeMay, and then there's a special going on where if you buy the art book, which is normally $20, and the Miko book, which is normally $30, you get the pair of them for $40 while supplies last. You also will be given a free copy of the Unnatural Order, exclusive from last year. So
I dig it. I was sad that Miko was not there this year, because that would have been absolute perfect.
Oh yeah, it would have been great to have him come by the booth and do some stuff there. But unfortunately, the Heroes didn't have him come out there, and so instead they chose to go to Boston Con.
Yep, that's what I was seeing. So either way, I got to meet him last year, so that was cool. Yeah, thanks. Make sure you guys drop links and all that kind of stuff. So, you back in the groove of things, Rob? Now, finally, the dust is finally settled. I feel like.
Yeah, I'm almost. I think after this show, I can finally put away all my books from Heroescon and stop showing them off. And
same. 100%. That is literally what I'm doing. Just covering the basis for anybody that hasn't seen the haul videos, and that's really what I've been saving. And it's kind of my OCD. I'm very OCD about cataloging things on my channel, because that's what I use. I look back at my channel as kind of like a diary. So as long as I've showed my book everywhere, I feel like now it's complete and I can put it away.
Yeah, that's always the weird part. Sometimes you open things, you record stuff, and then you got to keep those books out for a little bit, because you end up on various shows like this where people want to talk about and show off what they got, and it's like, oh, all right, no problem.
Agreed.
It's fun.
And I woke up at like 6:30 this morning, and I drove an hour, it was like an hour 20 minutes away, and it wasn't anything crazy, but I bought my first comic book collection, like a small collection, for $20, and it's like 2.5, maybe 3 short boxes. And
still, $20, you're good.
Dude, I'm good. And it's a bunch of X-Men, and I went for one book and one book only, and it's I believe it's Justice League Europe issue number 33, or maybe it's 15. It's the first appearance of like the cameo appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog in comics, because that's kind of one of my new goals I want to do with collecting is get comics that have like key significance with gaming and stuff. So yeah,
that means all the rest of the books. Now you got some books to sell and whatnot, right?
That and a lot, dude. Like half of these are going to be giveaway books. Just half of them. That way I can stash them, A-OK them, do whatever. There's a ton of Kiss covers I know Trevor's going to like. So,
cool. Like
I said, $20. It was nice. It was nice meeting the guy, and it was a different experience. Definitely a different experience.
Hey,
Facebook Marketplace.
$20, you can't be wrong.
Agreed. So let's just dive right into it. Like I said, Heroescon's over. I will say that I put out a lot of content. So that's what I was kind of talking about, and doing not really vlog style content, but like at a con specifically or something like that, like flea markets or anything where you can really talk to people. Flea markets are kind of hard because it's harder to talk to people. So I guess we'll just talk about like cons and things. But that's hands down my favorite environment and favorite type of footage to film. Easily, hands down, it's above and beyond. Takes the cake over everything. Unboxings, whatever. You know, I loved doing that. I just loved walking around the con, filming, talking to people, talking to the different booths, and it was a very fun experience to edit and things like that. And it was a really good way to get me out of my comfort zone because I don't do interviews whatsoever. Like I've always not really hated interviews, but to me, interviews can be very copy and paste. You know, a lot of people are going to ask the same questions, and I'm one of the types of people that wants to ask something they've never been asked before, or something totally unrelated to maybe what they're doing. That way, it's kind of unique. So I got to interview Gene. I talked to Chrissy Zulu. I talked to a couple other people that are still coming, and it went really well. I was very nervous, and it went really well. So I might dabble in some interviews here and there.
That's good. It's, you know, it only helps you further your case down the road for getting press passes if that's what you want at various cons and whatnot. And I will say, you know, you were one of those people that we kind of joked about initially getting, but you did a great job of stepping up your game. And, you know, whether or not somebody wants to say you're hardcore journalism or not, that's a different story. That's not what you're trying to get. Plaster off of, and you did a very good job of stepping up your game with your content, of presenting, you know, a true media aspect of it, from the common man's perspective. And I thought you did great. So good job for you. Kudos.
Thank you. That's why like the week and a half before the con, I only had like one video drop, and I was just mentally preparing because I knew I had a game plan and all that. And my biggest thing, and that's kind of what I'm talking about, like future goals for the channel, is my biggest thing I want to do with my channel. And I hate saying this, but I watched somebody named Big Dub, and he hates saying it too, but I'm going to use his words. Your brand, the Collecting with Durs, that's my brand. You know, I hate saying it, but at the end of the day, that's what it is. And my biggest
thing, branding, baby.
Oh yeah, you are all about branding, I know, but my biggest thing I went to Heroescon for, and what I'm trying to do in this industry, is just network, get those connections, have that groundwork, and then once I have that groundwork, I feel like I can use that to do anything I would need to do. Because if I try and do those things I want to do and need to do without that networking and without that connections, I feel like that's going to be a big wall at a lot of times. So I really, really hit that hard.
Yeah, and well, ultimately, if your plan on YouTube is to try to grow your channel, and whether or not you, depending upon what your end goal on it is, if you just want to grow on it stuff, there's a certain threshold that you're going to hit, a wall that you're going to hit if you're just going to do nothing but unboxings. You have to have something that is yours that's special about your channel for something. And in your case, you know, if you want to do that vis-a-vis, you know, various artist interviews at cons or whatever, or events or whatever it is, those are things that help to set you apart. Aside, you know, they augment the unboxing. You can do unboxings and that's fine. Like I do three videos a week. 2 of them are typically unboxing of some sort. But
yours are banger, and I'm like,
there's that's one aspect, but the reality is
agreed.
They're and I do storytelling when I do my unboxing and stuff or whatever else, but it's unboxing. They're unboxing videos. What's the the flagship show is the Saturday show, the Only Slabs, which is the sit down interview with a guest show, whatever else. So that's the anchor of the show, even though it actually gets the least views of the other shows, of the other's content that I create.
That's how live streaming is.
Yeah, but I mean, that's because it doesn't get the rewatch the same, right? But it still is the other brand of the channel, essentially.
Right.
So, and that's what people tend to know of. Again, a lot of people, it's been a big change. Like for me, when I reached out to people early on, and you did have the same issue doing interviews, people don't initially know what you have to do a lot more explaining of who you are, what you plan to do, everything else. Now it gets to the point where it's different, right? Now I have people that come up to me and want to be on the show or want to do
You're
stuff.
booked months in advance and stuff like that.
Well, that's part of my own OCD.
Gotcha.
Or when you sit there and introduce yourself and you think they'd have no idea. Oh yeah, I've seen your show. You go, oh really? Shit, I had no idea you.
Right.
So
because like
for interviews, people will go, oh yeah, as you build up that repertoire.
Because for me, honestly, my end goal is I could care less if I ever make a single penny on my channel. That's never been my goal doing into it. That's never been something I care about. I work full time for my money. And at the end of the day, even though my body's falling apart, I still would always like to work. My end goal is to No, I'm saying my end goal is to hopefully retire, be able to retire, and not really retire, but walk away from working in the next like 15, 20 years. And I would love to just be a full-time like reseller on the side as a hustler, like go to flea markets, go to garage sales, go to Goodwill, because I'm experienced enough in all the different hobbies that you can make money on that and you can do that. But at the end of the day, I think having the networking and having those ground relationships and ground things, especially in the comic book industry where it's so easy to talk to some people and so easy to, get into certain things with those networking, that's my end goal. And I felt really accomplished from Heroescon. So absolute big shout out to Carla first and foremost. That's who I talked to basically behind the scenes leading up to her. So all the people behind Heroescon, huge shout out to them. Massive shout out to them. Also shout out to you, Mark and DJ Lynx, for C3 having their booth for the first time. And let me say, what a glorious sight it was. It was great color scheme, set up nice. It was a good job. How much?
Booth boss DJ did a great job.
Nice. He was in charge of that. But I'm not sure if you guys have said. I think you've said publicly. I think I've heard a number, but I don't want to confirm it. Was there a number that you guys hit during the weekend? Totally.
Well, we didn't track it to the penny. We should have,
right?
But we didn't. And I could probably go back historically and figure it out based on looking at the logs in the system. But essentially, it was over $5,000 that we
nice
brought, so
nice. And I think there was already a big donation from an anonymous person. So on top of that, I think you're going into the event with a nice turtle.
Because this morning with the DJ updated, took some of the money that orders have been coming in, obviously on these exclusives that we have left over, and so he transfers, takes the money and transfers it over, and so we broke 12,000 so far this morning. So we're over 12,000. So that's good.
What was the number that you went into last year before the event?
Maybe around 12. I don't remember.
Okay. Just curious. And the goal is 50,000 this year, correct?
Yeah, we don't set a goal less than we earned the year prior. So
smart. You always want to achieve more.
Normally, you'd like to stretch it a little bit more, but let's be honest. Last year was just ridiculous. And if we can do 50,000 again, I think that's a huge win. I don't know that that's really going to be possible, but we'll see. We're going to try.
I think it's 100% possible, just because I don't know. I 100% know you had business cards at Heroescon. I know I got 3 or 4 business cards and also gave out numerous booths information about C3, and they followed you guys right on our Instagram, numerous artists.
Yeah.
So like just that is going to be a huge another hurdle.
The biggest challenge we're having right now, to be perfectly honest, is Instagram itself. Instagram has, after this weekend, I guess there's just been so much activity on the Comics Curing Cancer account that they're limiting our ability to follow folks. So we are unable, like, we can only seem to follow, it seems like if I follow 2 people, then all of a sudden we get blocked and we can't follow any more people for like another 8 hours. And then we can like follow like 2 more people. They're limiting our actions, saying they're trying to protect the community. But I mean, you would think that I could at least follow back unlimited people who follow us. You know, if they're already following me, I should be able to follow them back. Nope, doesn't matter. Any kind of follow is restricted. We've sent in I've sent in a request to them to explain what's going on, whatever else. But I mean, so it's really kind of hamstringing us. In that, you know, I'd love to be able to. There's a ton of artists that connections. I'd love to get connected to more. You know, follow more of them. Get on there, as well as just follow back everybody who's been kind enough to follow us, and we're just not able to right now. So if you followed Comics Curing Cancer recently and you're wondering why we're not following you back, we're kind of
that's I've never heard of that on Instagram or anything of that.
It's Mark said that he had it before when he had to start a new IG for himself, and he followed just too many people. They start to do stuff, but I mean, again, it doesn't make sense. If somebody's already following me, that shouldn't matter. I should be able to follow them back, no problem.
So on that note, pick one highlight from the con and one low light from the con. Just and nothing in specific, just kind of whatever comes to mind.
You know, I mean, I'm suffering here. Instagram. Okay, Pizza Rat's got the same issue. Okay,
what's up, Pizza Rat?
You know, I don't know. I mean, highlight. There's personal highlights, and then there's, you know, based on acquisitions. I think there were some great acquisitions I had, which we'll get into.
Just a personal highlight. That's what I like.
Yeah, I mean, personal highlight though is always still just getting to hang out with everybody, right? Especially for Mark, DG, and I. We spend quite a bit of time throughout the year, not just in the normal chats, but you know, we have meetings periodically to go over stuff for Comics Curing Cancer, and to be able to bring those things together, see them come together, and then hang out with the boys and everything.
It's phenomenal, I'm sure.
Is just really strengthens those bonds and the friendships there, which is great. And then of course seeing the rest of you guys as well doesn't hurt. It's just added bonus, right? Getting to do that. So that's definitely probably the highlight of them all. Lowlights, I don't know if they're, you know, it's probably, I just would, if anything, is actually the hotel. This year, I mean, it was disappointing that the Westin had the construction going on, which really kind of limited the hangout area.
But I'm sure next year, if it's going to be great.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be back on point. This year was just really kind of, it was kind of limiting. There was issues with like the morning breakfast where they didn't know their own staff didn't know what was going on. Like they're telling us go one place, you go there. That's only for like
what's up, bro?
Platinum level members, and like you got to go.
Right.
Know, it was kind of screwy. I didn't have, after the first day of servicing my hotel room, I never had washcloths again in my room. There was never an ice bucket in my room. There was, you know, even when I went down to get towels, they had me towels, but not the. So there was just like little things that were annoyances. I mean, nothing like brutal, but it was just kind of like, what? And of course, obviously, you know, it was just really busy at that hotel, given that they had the proms, and they had the, and so you get these kids coming back at 1 o'clock in the morning, making noise down the hallways and stuff.
That sucks.
Yeah,
I will say, my new spot is probably I think it was the Hilton Uptown that we stayed at. So how you guys came out and crossed the street and went in that entrance, I would come out and cross the street and go through the back entrance, the other entrance. But what was nice about my hotel is there was literally a mini mall connected to it. So if I needed to go get anything, that was free there to go get anything. And then just like the low keyness of it, because like anytime, I'm in Ohio, so I can talk about this. Anytime I need to go indulge myself and go to the car late at night, I'd go through the lobby, and it was always just Jim Steranko, just chilling there with one other person, drinking wine, and it was really classy to see. And the Westin was a little bit too much for me last year. There was a lot going on. It was a lot, so I like the low key. I actually have press passes for Animate Columbus, but I'm probably only going to make that one day with work because it was kind of a little bit of a late thing that they reached out to me. And then my last con is in December, and I'm hoping to go 3 days. It's GalaxyCon, and they were phenomenal last year. So I can't wait to hit them up again. So that's about it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I do one major travel to the Heroes, but locally I still have several. I mean, I've been to several. I've been to several already this year. I'll go to. There's the Berkeley Comic Show, which I'll go to if they're on a Sunday. I got San Jose Con, East Bay Con. Then we had GalaxyCon is taking over, is coming to San Jose this year.
They're great, bro. I love them.
I've been thinking about going just to check it out to see.
Just don't have high expectations for a lot of comic books. It's a lot.
No. Any of those big cons like that, I don't expect.
It's like
I'll get a 1 day.
Select.
I'll get like a 1 day pass, and because that's all I'll need. That and something. San Francisco Fan Expo. I go to San Francisco Fan Expo. They do it over Thanksgiving weekend. I mean, last year I went on a Friday, which is only like a half day. It's only like they don't start letting people in until like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like only 4 hours, but I was done. I didn't need to go back any other days. In those 4 hours, I'd visited all 7 comic book booths. It's
nice.
And the other 5 that had mixed stuff with some comics, so
that's how I liked about GalaxyCon, because there was like nobody in any of the lines for any of the artists. I walked right up to Jenny Frison, got all my books signed. There was barely anybody digging through the books, so it was really nice. But I would say my highlight would definitely be like the first time seeing you guys is always normally my height. I remember coming around that first poll and seeing all you dudes at the booth, and that first, finally, because it's like an 8.5 hour drive for me, finally getting down there and seeing everybody on Thursday, that first time was epic. And then the meet and greet was epic as well. And honestly, the only two downsides was Heroescon. You guys need more trash cans, bro. There needs to be a triple the amount of trash cans.
Put some down the main rows. Don't.
Yes,
they were only around the. Yeah, it was only around the perimeter. It was mind-numbing though. Despite that, how little trash there was left in the aisleways.
Agreed. I agreed, and it was almost like strategic, because like if you stay on the outside of the con, I call it the danger zone of the con, because that's where you can get sucked into all those indie artists. Like, hey, I want to hear about my comic book, and no, I get it. I get how it is. You got to do what you got to do, but man, you can get trapped in some of them conversations talking about some of them books because they're great. But like they're all like Kickstarters and they're all indies, so like you got to go over there and throw your trash away. You got to be careful, man. You end up buying some random prints and stuff like that.
I did. I ended up getting somebody's five issue set, and I read it in the hotel. But here, I read it in the hotel, and I tossed them in the trash in the hotel.
That's wild.
I did not bring them home, or actually, I'm sorry. I tossed them in the recycling.
But I thought about it at the time. It's almost like a strategy. It was almost like a strategy for you to go over and throw your trash away and then get suckered into buying some of the stuff.
Well, the guy had a good pitch, and he pitched it on like an interesting concept. Right. But then when I'm reading the books, it's like, oh yeah, okay, I understand the concepts he was hitting on were in there, but he completely neglected the fact that it was all very race-based.
Oh,
and didn't get into that element of it. So yeah, it was interesting. Not my cup of tea.
You can walk away and leave the other person to hear the pitch. Yeah,
Mark, me. Yeah.
Somebody is getting caught in that bear trap 100%. But I will say what's up, CJ? Hit that link, bro. Come kick it. I will say the other thing was there was a bigger reseller presence this year. And no shame to the eBay Live booth because I got to shout them out. That's where Javon Jordan was and Johnny Desjardins, and that's where I got to see him, got a couple books signed. But I did see a lot more whatnot sellers and individual comic shops like carrying around like 40, 50, 60 books, all getting them signed as their like exclusives.
That's just because, I mean, as that platform's around longer, you're going to have more.
Right. It's not really even, like I said, these are minuscule negatives. If me just nitpicking, but it's because I was in line for Cameron Johnson waiting for to get my sketch cover, and there was nobody there. He was just on the phone, so I was waiting there. And then two whatnot dudes came up with like 30 books, and they're like, "Hey man, these are all the books that we need you to get signed." And then like he told them to hang on, and they like stepped in front of me, and I was like, "Hey kids, I'm sorry, but I'm getting my sketch cover. Just wait your turn." They're like, "Do you know who I am?" And I was like, "No, I have no idea who you are." And then I pointed down. Nor
do I care.
Same, but I did point down at Cameron's like book bag, work bag, and he had both my stickers stuck on them. So I was like, "That's me, by the way." And then they like walked away and waited for me to get my sketch cover, which we'll talk about shortly.
Do you know who I am? I don't know. Do you know who I am? Have we met before?
That's what I was like. I was like, no, man, I have no idea who you are. That's why I was like, I don't think
it should be better. Somebody doesn't. You know who I am? Dad?
Oh, are you my long lost dad? I've been looking for my whole life.
Mom said you went out to go get cigarettes. It's so good that you're back.
You came back. So let's just get right into it.
Sure.
I'll just we'll finish her off. So something I want to do. I want to. How do you know who that? Yeah, he's whatnot seller 1.647.284. You're right. Talk about all the press pass posers. I will talk about that. My press pass is my most viewed channel on my channel, and I'm getting some great feedback for it. So check it out, CJ. Much love, brother. But this is something I want to show off. I haven't seen too many people do this yet, but for anybody who didn't get the art book, here's some of the pages that you guys have not seen. Whoop. Little TW right there. I flexed my stickers. Hell yeah, I flexed my stickers. My artist was there and everything. He was flexing my stickers. My man was posted right up next to my artist who did my stickers with his cash only booth. What's up, shop? How you doing? So here's these ones. And like I said, I haven't seen anybody post pictures of these or anything. So I just want to show
some of the artists have been showing their individuals.
That's
CJ,
right.
I went through the art book the other day. But ultimately, yeah, it's like
this one, the Godzilla. I'm sorry to everybody out there. They're gorgeous, but I am way too biased against that one. Yeah, CJ, you're about to get your look at me. Love those as well. And I love everybody's unique style. Love the Iggy. And that it really shows that you don't have to be a published top tier grade 8 artist to do something like this as well.
Well, some of these are well, not necessarily top tier, but they definitely have some public. It's a mix of published artists and community members, community artists, which is great. And yeah, this is a variety of styles, as you said, as we went through this theme.
Good old Phil and Dale. Here you go, CJ. It's your time. It's your time to shine. Hashtag look at me. Then some Dracky poo. And then I love the little touch at the end for Paul. So yeah, that's the art book. I got it signed. I need to do what Alan's doing and mail it out and get it signed by everybody else. Like CJ needs to sign it. I don't think I had Naman sign it. Like I missed the boat on that.
I will admit that yours is one of the few that I signed. I don't know why people. It's like I'm the rarest signature you'll get because what did I do? I wrote the legal disclaimer. It's like even Justin, even a letterer has a normal comic book has more to do. No offense, Justin.
That's what you did.
I didn't create that logo. I didn't create that logo. That was DJ Link's. I wrote the legal disclaimer and the about us.
Facts. This is Naaman and Dan Nealinger that collabed on this. Oh, look at him. He popped in just in time. Boom! Look at that, Naaman.
Hey!
You did that.
Okay, thanks.
What's up, brother?
Me and Niringer. But
yes.
But I
you want to show?
I couldn't let
Sure,
you
I got
skip.
you.
I couldn't let you skip my art without saying a word. Okay.
No, I did. I said, "There's Naaman." I was going through them all.
Here's okay. I have two versions here.
What's up, James?
One is the way I get everybody all the creators to sign. You see that fabulous signature from
You got
Rob?
the super fat stacks.
Yeah,
With the very first one I signed, where I didn't know how to use the ink pen.
It's like a chiseled signature.
No, that's the I didn't test the ink. I've never done this before, and I didn't test the paint pen first, and so it kind of globbed out.
So
Okay, that's fair.
I got people to sign Reme.
Oh, send me the details, bro. Let me know.
Reme. I got Roscoe to sign right there.
Oh, nice. You got the inside pages too.
Yeah. Here's
For Dan, yeah.
Manager.
Yep.
The other one's Morse, isn't it?
The other one's Scott Morse. Yeah, he wasn't there.
Yeah, Scott wasn't there. If they were there, I tried to sign. I don't know if these guys were there or not, but.
The one dude was that did the Godzilla. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was there.
I didn't get him to sign.
I think he's an ABX local.
I'm gonna skip to since you're. This is awesome, though, right? This is awesome.
Yeah, the 2-page spread.
There, right? He wasn't there, right?
Yo.
No,
That
he was
print,
not.
that's available as a print still in limited quantities.
Easy to sign.
Papa, my man.
Papa, you follow me around? Okay, I gotta explain mine. Okay, my signature got lost in that little print.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, but mine is a match between a Fantastic Voyage and Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is a genetically engineered dude, so he will never get a cancer, and he got shrinked up by Fantastic Voyage. That's Raquel Welch right there, I think.
Wrong side. You're showing off. There you go. You're showed off Chad Chotel's work.
Yeah, there's Raquel Welch in Fantastic Voyage. In that little ship, they get miniaturized and they start killing cancers inside the human body.
That's a deep cut, considering that probably most of our YouTubers don't know that movie or that book.
The Fantastic Voyage.
Yeah, they just know a song, "Fantastic Boy."
Yeah, I know the song.
Yeah.
I had to show that up. Then Fantastic, I couldn't get the picture. I got the CJ wasn't there, so I didn't get his signature. But I got Adrian's signature.
There you go. Actual Dracula. Yep.
So my book is a little bit different. All of them signed a little bit. So
Nice. That's what I like to see. I'll slide back over. Somebody I was hugely hyped to see. DJ Space Invader art. I saw him on my last day, and it was a tragic shame that I saw him. This was one of the Spawnuary winners.
Was it a shame that you saw him?
It was like the last day. I was.
Oh,
broke,
it was a shame that it was a shame that you saw him on the last day. Okay.
Yeah, because one of my
understanding what you were saying.
Sorry, yeah. One of my things, like I take so much cash and I refuse to go to the ATM because that's how I stick to my budget.
I didn't even bring my ATM card.
But if you read like scary stories, like To Tell in the Dark as a kid, that's his style, man. He's phenomenal. I definitely would have got a sketch cover done by him. But speaking of Dan, one thing he surprised me with was the actual originals for my logo that he did and everything. And this was like a concept one he did, and then he got the spray paint one.
More dance work.
Yeah, this was the actual logo that we took and then changed it into the logo and then the stickers. This took 3.5 days to dry in front of a fan with all that paint. So big shout out to him.
That's
just
awesome.
gonna go through. Yeah, he's incredible. Another dude who was awesome that I was so thrilled to meet was Zavala, Martin Zavala. Big shout out to DJ. He got his Ghost Rider piece. Make sure you guys go check out his video for that. But I talked to this dude for like half hour, almost an hour. We were just standing there chilling with Javon talking, and we were just talking Spawn because this was his Spawnuary actual drawing he did, and he had the original there, but I got like the glossy print. But he did that nice little splatter signature on that baby, blue on the paint pen, and such a nice and humble dude. And I definitely would say he's probably the best guy with airbrushing in the game right now, like hands down. It's incredible. I only bought 3 books at the con besides the Comic Curing Cancer books and a couple blanks, but I got these 2 wizards for $1, both Spawn, so I was both hyped to get that. They both got their original posters in them. And then one of the books I've been trying to knock off the list for the year, the Godzilla. Sick of seeing it. $80. I went up there. I got it for $50. I was like, "What's the best you can do on it? What's your lowest?" He's like, $50. I was like, "Done." It's clean too, so that's something I'm definitely going to get slabbed. We'll just go through real quick through these. All the boys signed by the whole Illuminati and Javon and Austin, so very proud to have that. Not going to see it with that glare. Another full video coming out, but Kyber, he was awesome, dude. Him and his wife were there. I talked to him for like 20-25 minutes. Did a little interview with him and everything, but he was incredible. He's from Italy. Phenomenal accent. Simon Bisley, worst experience, weirdest dude I've ever met for a creator. He had a woman there, and he probably was cheating on his wife. So
it's amazing how Durs breaks up as soon as he starts talking about that. It's like Simon Beasley's got it into your internet.
Yeah, what was that? Did you hear that? I heard that too. I heard it on my end too. I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
That was weird. Brett Parsons, artist of grommets, he was there, got that sign. Chrissy Zulo, one of the nicest ladies ever. So shy and awkward, and she has such a dope little signature. So she was awesome. Chris Capana, Rob, you already know that dude. He was phenomenal as well. Shout out to Chris, Scotty Young. I didn't have to stand in that hour-long line. Let's see. Finished off this one. I had Jenny Frizen from GalaxyCon, and now I have Charles Soule and Ryan Brown on it, so that one's triple signed. No, I did the thing with Jenny Frizen. She was awesome, man. She's always a sweetheart, and I love her because she is brutally honest. If she's tired and not having a good time, you're gonna know she's tired and not having a good time. Like, end of story. Huge shout out to Jang, man. Big time homie. Loved kicking it with him. Got a couple books signed. Boom. And then he said this is one of the rare books he never sees at that con, so I was happy to bring that. Cameron Johnson, if you didn't know, now you know. Smashed out this Violator for me. He does covers for TMNT, Saturday morning cartoons, and he actually just had a Destro cover drop. So gave him $100, said surprise me, and that's what he did. More Dan. Got that to match my Spawn from last year with the little Spawn corner box. Danny Warren Johnson. These two are both going to CGC, JSA, 100%. San Diego Comic-Con ash cans. And then, not like my grail piece, but probably my favorite piece of my collection now is this Transformers double remarked by Danny Warren Johnson and John Jang. So that was phenomenal to talk to Danny Warren Johnson and then just to be able to spend as much time as I did with John Jang, and then him just taking all our books back to the room and just working on it personally so he could take his time. Like, this is the one. This means a lot. And then I just got this signed just because it was Transformers #1, the sketch cover I got by Sean Fournier last year. So nice. Definitely addicted to sketch covers, man. They're phenomenal. I can't get enough of them. If you want the full haul, hit our videos, man.
Indeed.
What's that? More than work.
There you go, Furiosa. Yeah, man. We were talking, he was like halfway through, and I was like, oh, he picked Furiosa? And he's like, yeah, man. He was like, it's kind of a random character. And I was like, well, the good thing about Furiosa is you can just black her all out. And he's like, that's what I'm going to do. So she came out phenomenal.
Yeah, she did, didn't she? Dando's awesome.
Yeah, he's great at the portrait work. Great at his portrait work. Appreciate you, man. Have a great day, Wise. What's up, Izzy? Hopefully having a great day, brother. Miss you as well. Rob, you want to show some glorious off?
Sure. I'll start with some of the items that were acquired at the con that are actually for C3. So we had some folks that made some donations to Comics Curing Cancer for our upcoming October. So Taters Comics and Collectibles got this double signed, double remarked, the September 11th tribute book. So that'll be available. Okay. That'll be available for us during the auction.
I forgot it. It's been too long since I've streamed.
Yeah, my man Chad Shotel
Dude,
Art.
He's another one on my list, man. Phenomenal sketch covers.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
So he did that.
And the Court of Owls in the background, I didn't notice it the first time I looked at it, and then after I watched your video, I double checked.
Oh, damn!
You didn't notice that?
I didn't notice that. Yeah, Talon in the background.
Yeah, Talon. Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Fire.
Damn.
Fire.
Yeah. Oh, good call.
Yeah, he does.
Sketch.
He does great stuff.
This one is an art on a backer board. It's a tag team. Pencils by Roscoe, inks by Izzy. This
That's
is
dope.
A Dark Claw.
That's dope. They were working on that at dinner, weren't they?
Yep.
That's cool. I love that.
Speaking of Izzy did this Gotham by Gaslight cover.
Nice. It was dope seeing him watch. I've seen Izzy work in person. He was doing that at the booth.
Yep. There we go. We labeled it. We threw in a Izzy sticker and sealed it with an Izzy logo just for that.
Nice.
I picked up this one and I decided I'm not going to keep it because it's not really the type of sketch cover that I collect. So I'm donating this to Comics Curing Cancer, and that's this Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives. This was by Christopher Lockwood. He's a new artist that's coming up, so that'll be available. Very cool.
That is really clean.
He did this on the plane to distract himself. He said, "Yeah,
that's
awesome." And
then
the last one for Comics Curing Cancer, I was getting my my Harley Quinn Zero signed by Stephen Rue, and he said, "Oh, hey, he noticed my jersey and Comics Curing Cancer jersey." And we started talking. He said, "You need to talk to Stephanie." Sent me over two downs over to Stephanie Lavaud, and Stephanie gave a. He said not only was she in to help us out with something else down the road, right there on the spot, gave us this giant size X-Men. It's got Stan Lee on the front side, and then has the Beast on the back side. So
that's awesome.
This will be available during the Comics Curing Cancer, and she's in to also potentially donate something else too, because she's a breast cancer survivor.
That's not great to have breast cancer. It's great to be a breast cancer survivor, and even better to be donating like that. Correct.
So other sketch covers, these are for me. This was one I just walking back and forth and found this one. It was a pre-done. A guy had it
that's dope.
Pre-done, and it was $50. And so it was me going back and forth 14 times. It seemed like for the artist to actually be at the table so I could buy it. It was including Batman on this chessboard that's coming apart and stuff. Just a great cover. Normally it makes a living doing cat drawings of people's pets. Yeah.
Huh.
Wilfredo Torres.
Nice.
Rocketeer. He only wanted, I couldn't believe it. He said $40 when I gave him the cover, because I'd already talked to him via Instagram leading in to get on his list. And I was like, I must have misheard him. I went to pick it up and he goes, yeah, $40. And I'm like, oh, no way. So I gave him 50. So I gave him 125% of what he asked for, but I still feel like I stole it for $50.
That's a good deal. Any sketch cover like that with a full character, or even with the shoulders down for $50 is a steal.
It's a bust. Yeah. This is Dan, Art in Motion.
Nice.
Dan Nealon
nice.
Did that penguin cover for me.
That's dope. Big nose.
Of course, Rick Leonardi, Spider-Man 2099. Obviously everyone knows. Just about everyone knows I'm a big 2099 Spider-Man guy. So getting a Rick Leonardi to do one for me, that was a big thing. Of course, Chris Campana bust out the Mysterio for me.
He's on my list too, man. He's fire.
Yeah, this one worked
So
out really
good.
great. This is phenomenal. And I gave him a different cover. It had trade dress going across the top, and he ended up doing something wrong with it. And so he swapped it out, and he was super happy that he was able to find one of these because he's like, oh, yeah, the trade dress works better to give him more space for the art. So that was cool. And of course, the sketch cover of all sketch covers for me that I got there, Bill Morrison, who does Simpsons and Futurama and stuff. I was able to get him to do this Magnus robot fighter featuring Zap Brannigan and Bender fighting each other. Because if you don't know, Zap Brannigan's uniform is basically the exact same outfit that Magnus robot fighter wore during the Gold Key era. So it's getting those two fighting. That was just amazing. He did a great job.
I have a few of these books. So.
Yeah, right. It's just, I mean, just great.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
The black eyes, just like a brilliant touch, and missing tooth for Zap Brannigan is just a brilliant touch.
Nice, man. I'm happy you got that one.
I'll skip over a couple junk things just for speed. I picked up the first Deathlock.
Nice. I didn't see that.
Picked up the first Damien Hellstorm. Some
Nice.
What else is in here? First Whiplash.
Ooh. Is that weird one, the Frankenstein one?
No, the Frankenstein one's this one over here. This is the first Cosmic Cube.
Okay.
This is Happy Hogan Becomes the Freak.
Ooh, Happy Hogan.
And first Titanium Man.
Nice. They have really good prices on a lot of books, I've noticed, by the way. Shout out to that.
Those are just Batman things. And then Tales of Suspense 75, the first appearance of Sharon Carter, Batroc the Leaper, and first cameo of Peggy Carter.
Ooh. You guys got a big arm.
That's the Watcher.
Oh, okay. Makes more
There's
sense.
it's also, I think there's also some origin of the Watcher story or something in there too.
Gotcha.
I love my Atomic
Nice.
Strange Worlds, some shooting ray guns through windows. And then we picked up this one.
Oh,
Wow.
I wasn't ready for it. Oh, this one.
Wow.
So, this is a great book to have. It's the first appearance of Snapper Carr. So phenomenal reason to own it right there. It's just for Snapper Carr, let alone Starro the Conqueror. And of course, versus Justice League. First cover appearance also for Aquaman and Martian Manhunter.
Wow.
It's nice, man. It's a fire book. It presents well, too. It's not 3-0.
Yeah, this is a 3-0. It presents phenomenally because the major issue is here on the back.
Oh, who cares? Who cares about the back?
Yeah, exactly.
Love it.
On my wall,
I am going to be a collector that does care about the back because I'm looking for comics, even dollar bin books that have like ads for like games and stuff on the back. So I'm trying to go for those.
Well, when you're looking at old, expensive books, you don't care as much.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
you do not
Yeah,
care.
you go like, okay, if the front looks phenomenal and the back's just got a little
Save a
thing,
couple
whatever, good.
$1,000 right
Or
there.
same thing with when you're looking for low grade books. Because they're super. Because look, that's a book that if you try shopping at high grade, you're talking, car money.
Right.
So
Right.
you go, what's realistic? Well, for me, realistic is at the lower end of that, and that's true for a lot of us with these really big books.
100%.
So with that, there's a wide range that these books can sell for. And it depends on what the condition of the front cover is. There's some that are, the damage is on the front cover. I saw one this morning on Instagram of Brave and the Bold. It's got about the same size chunk, but it's missing out of the front cover instead of the back cover. That's a big difference on how much
That's
it
going to
can
be a
sell
tough
for.
sell.
Well, it'll still sell because it's a corner.
Right.
but it means that you're gonna have to sell it for less than you can the one where it's the back cover. Right. It's got the issue, right? Or same thing with like split spines. I don't have a problem with an expensive book finding a book that's missing a split spine if it's graded. If it's already slabbed, the spine's not splitting anymore.
It doesn't
detract from anything else, so it's all good. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if we get a big influx of books on the census and everything with that CGC grading, especially how fast it came back. Because I'm somebody I watch a lot of Comic Top, and he follows the census and all that and the trending books. So I'm wondering if we're going to see that jump a bunch with certain books.
Don't think so any more than you would normally.
Yeah. What's up, Swag? How you doing, my man?
But,
big shout out to the CGC booth. I did find their two golden eggs and got graded cards, so that was cool.
Nice
little Roach Beach and a Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yeah, they were putting one was at a John Jang book and one was at I'm pretty sure the booth you bought your Brave and the Bold at.
No, shop, you're right. Yeah, missing that back cover. Who cares? That's what my ASF one's missing a back cover. Yeah, it saved me a lot of money.
You're gonna save a lot of money. A lot of money. But yeah, man, I'm just I'm glad to get back on the right train. I still have the art auction. I filmed the entire art auction, so I'll show that.
Oh wow!
Because that's one thing I try and do because I know not everybody goes to the art auction because sometimes it can be late. So I got all the pieces from that, and then I got Johnny Desjardins his book selling and a couple other people's, and then I had the full interview with Gene Shortbox, and then I do have it's like a 10-minute video altogether. It's my interactions between John Jang and Dana Warren Johnson. I got him filming the DWJ remark. So
that reminds me, I got to shout out a big thanks to Durs, to Circumstances, and Chris, the comic vet. All three of them helped me to get some books signed, so I didn't have to wait in long lines while I was doing stuff over at the booth or whatnot. So shout out to the three of you guys for helping
there
out.
Anyway, why not, man?
Well, I would say it's appreciated because it's like,
of course, man.
One of those things. It's like you want to do it, and I already did trim some of the signatures I wanted to get off my list based on time constraints. So it's helpful to be able to get those, and all those books that you guys helped me get signed. Actually, already sent out yesterday to
nice. Perfect.
JSA.
That's dope. Yeah, my thing changed a little bit too because I wanted both the actors of the X-Men 97 to sign my X-Men 97, but each voice actor was $60 a signature. So I was like, I'm cool. That's $120 right there. So I'm just like, I'll pass on that and just save the money, I guess. And then I had a book for Claremont, and then I had a book for Hubert, and I saw their lines, and I was just like, no. I just said, no, I don't need to do it. I did it with Daniel Warren Johnson. That was the one line I was committed. I stood in line for like an hour. I think it was about an hour. And that was it. I didn't want to stand in another long line.
Yeah, that was it for me too. I had my X-Men 2099 that I wanted to get signed by Hubert and Ron Lim. But I was like, looked at the lines. I don't have time for both of those.
Ron Lim was the ghost of the con. I tried to find him so many times, dude. I couldn't find him anywhere because I had my Venom foil. I needed signed because it's like one of my favorite.
Yeah,
Venom
everyone kept telling me that he was. Oh yeah, you just missed him.
Same. That's why I was like, what? And I was like, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, he'll be back tomorrow at this booth. And I'd go to that booth. They'll be like, oh no, they moved him over here or something. It's like, well, I just can't. I guess I'm just not finding him either. So that was that. Joseph, you made it at the end, brother.
Yeah, well, been busy since I got home.
It's okay, man. It's okay. I like I said, different little time change today because I wanted to do the thing. But I did real quick. I didn't go through this at all, but I pulled out like just a random handful of. Oh, Rob's so big. Sorry, Rob. Of books that I picked up from that collection. Astro City. These are Alex Ross covers, I do believe.
Nice.
Another one. I think it was like the full set. I don't know. Like I said, it's literal short boxes, but this was just a handful. So this is just a little preview because I haven't went through it either. So X-Men Onslaught, that was cool.
There you go.
40-cent Flash newsstand. We'll go real quick. X Factor. I don't even know what this is. Oh, it's Quicksilver. Another X-Men. More X-Men. This is a cool cover. I know that cover. Like I said, it's just a whole bunch of random stuff. Nightwing, Savage. Here's the one I was excited about, that Justice League Europe. That's the one with, it's got the first preview for Sonic the Hedgehog in the comic. More X-Men, Deadpool. There's a lot of X-Men, dude. So I was hyped, man. So that's going to be a full video. I haven't even went through it whatsoever. Like I said, I gave the guy $20 and that was it. Nice. I saw it in the pictures and saw the picture. Oh, Jambo.
Joe's here, so I gotta go.
Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude.
Can I do a little plug?
You, Jambo. What's up?
Can I do a little plug?
Yeah, you can plug away. You can plug away. Let me do this. And,
I'm doing interview videos. I'm doing first video I did was for 35 cents. His favorite character is a
that's dope, Papa. That's fire.
Yeah, Judge Dredd. So he's getting that. Second video I did was Zaz from Australia. Yeah, the first two guys are from Australia, so I got him a gambit for him. And the third video, Easy gave me really hard time on that video. So go over there and see. His favorite character is Warlock.
Oh, dope.
Chris the comic vet.
That's dope.
Yeah, he want to draw up Spider-Man and show off his tattoo, and so I decided to draw a comic vet himself along with the tattoo.
Nice.
So go watch his video when I interviewed the guy. Big dude.
Nice. I'm glad I could find you, Naman, for my interview.
So this is your interview is coming up. I'm doing in the order that I did it. So
nice.
So this is
those are fire.
Comic Viking.
Alan?
He say he's a sophisticated Viking. So I
sophisticated Viking.
Yeah, I put a suit on him and give a little signature right there for added sophistication. And then big lion cat. I designed my own lion cat here. So lion, is it called Lionel?
Yes.
Yep.
Not to be confused with Lionel. Or
and, I just uploaded a video with the Jigs.
Definitely, Daniel. Definitely.
Jigs likes
shirtless. That's dope.
I did old man Power Man for him. So. and then videos coming up is Hook and Joe. So I'm
nice.
Ready. So come
yeah,
watch.
Those were fun, man.
Hey, Doris, can you show up your cards?
Yes. 1 second.
So this is my first collab. Dan is the one who got the idea when I was going. There's like what is it?
Spawn.
Spawn characters.
This guy, that's the guy. Like,
so he penciled me the Spawn, and then I inked it. So that was so nice.
Yeah, it's fire. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna get I got little baby frames. I'm gonna have to use.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're about to wrap up, man. We're going to be wrapping up soon. If you want to plug anything before you dip, I think that was his plug. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, I think you just did. Man, I took 2 weeks off, man. I gotta get back in the groove of things. So let's wind things down. Like I said, I wanted to move things back. Like I said, Roscoe and K-pop and Phil, they are live now, and then you have Cliff at 5. And then you have K-pop herself at 7. Mark is at 8:30. Black Crown Comic is at 9:30.
Dave,
and then
Dave was at 6. You were saying?
Who's at 6?
Dave.
Yeah, Davis. Yeah. Still 35 cents. He's at 6. So that's why I slid back, because he's doing his own Heroescon haul, and I'm real big on trying not to stream over other people, because it's counterintuitive for the both of us. So that way, focus your audience on one people. Yeah, thanks, man. Shout out to Naman and shout out to Dan, man. That's super dope, super dope. So let's go around the horn and then we'll bounce out of here. So Papa, if you got anything coming up in the chat, you know what to do. Send it in the private chat and we'll cover for you, brother. Who's it gonna pick first? Rob, since Naman already did the thing, what you got?
Monday mail call will be coming up, and then Thursday will be a Jack B mystery box. This Monday's mail call, I don't know. Usually I ask the question of which one would you pick. This might be the most difficult ever because everything is just banger after banger, in my opinion. Thursday, nice. Or like I said, is Jack B mystery box, and then Saturday we're back again on Only Slabs. We have how do we follow this week's episode with Man Cave? If you didn't see it, it's the most maddening, ridiculous Grail fest you've ever seen in your life. It is.
Who's the guest this week?
This week's going to be Comic Collector Geek Alan. So
good
another.
He'll be able.
He has a lot of great books, but
he does.
I mean, I don't know, man. We've had some great banger shows, but this episode from Man Cave, by far,
I think that was the top
set the bar at the top. He's going to be in the number one spot right now.
Yeah, that was fire because I had to learn about a few of those books, and as I'm learning about a few of those books, I understood what those books are, and then it dawned on me what those books were.
Even if you took out the ones that you had to go figure out, the other ones.
Right, that's what yes, agreed.
The other ones were. I mean, I don't know that I've ever.
Part was the second. He could have had just one part by himself, and that beats most people's both parts.
That was insane.
So yeah, thank you, Rob. Of course. Joseph, my man, appreciate you hopping by. Nice to see your face. Nice to chat again, brother. What you got coming up?
I've got work to do. I'm gonna have some videos, like reviews and stuff I gotta get caught up on since I had to go out of town. So
nice.
I can tell you one thing: you ain't the only Spawn fan around. The guy who is behind Overwatch, his office has one giant freaking Spawn statue sitting on his desk, and I was just like, fine. Whoa! The guy loves Spawn, and he still has the original movie poster from the live action movie that came out a long time ago. He has the original movie poster framed up on the wall, and I was like, shit.
So this was
actually pretty good.
Go ahead. Sorry, Rob. Nice. That's a perfect segue. Before I show my perfect segue, Papa has Sweet Chin Music Thursday night Collectors Club on Friday night, and then the hunt after that, and then church on Sunday morning. So that's where you can find Papa as well as in the chats. But one thing I forgot to show off is I won Beckerman and Allen giveaway months ago, and Beckerman threw this in as an A-OK just because he had one of an extra. And shout out to Marcus for keeping this baby safe on the plane and hand delivering it. But I got Todd McFarlane's signature. It was kind of one of my things that I went out of my way to never buy or acquire unless I won it or it was an A-OK, because I wanted to meet him for my first signature, because I can go buy a Todd McFarlane signature if I want. But I won it. It was an A-OK, so now I have one, and it's the Spawnmobile that he just sold. But for me, for my channel, like I said, man, I've been pumping out that Heroescon. I do have 3 more videos coming out. But once that finally all settles, I am going to be doing a little bit of things differently. I was dropping, that standard Monday, Wednesday, Friday video. Friday Positivity will be back next week. But once we hit 100, I think I'm going to retire the Friday Positivity videos, because I think that would be a good landmark to transition to something new. And still talk about mental health, still talk about all those positive vibes, still talk about all those things I want to do. But I want to free up Friday for another specific video. So I'm going to end my Friday Positivity videos with episode 100. I think we have 11 more weeks, 9 or 10 more episodes. So stay on the lookout for that. And then I am going to be... it's going to be a lot, but I want to start a second channel. I'm going to have a gaming channel. It's going to be called Collective Gaming. I already have a logo. I already have a brand. I already have all that built up. So that's going to be later in the year. And then I'm also going to be doing more kind of cultural topic videos where I talk about why I collect comics, what's coming up. Not really like a top 10 list, But if you don't follow me on Instagram, I read a ton of comics, Marvel, DC, Image, and I feel like in the community I read a wide spread of comics, and I'm not the kind of guy that reviews comics in a video, but if you follow me on IG, I drop my reviews in the segment. Those will be returning, but then I do want to kind of, as my Friday video, wrap up of what I read on the week, and comics are expensive, man, so if you can just watch my videos and stay up to date with comics, that's kind of my goal. So, like I said, just going to be doing some different things. I got a couple more cons. Flea market videos will be coming back. My vlog is coming back, I think, next week. So, trying to do some different things now that Heroescon's in the books, and I'm more confident with myself. So, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to anybody watching on the recap. And most importantly, man, if you see something, share it. If you like something, like it. But always stay legendary. And I hope you guys always find what you're looking for. Thank you. There's the end.
I'll be back.